All right, let's go. Honestly, not as bad as I should be. I feel good, to be honest. I got a couple bumps and bruises, but knowing I play Thursday, I have no time and room to be tired. So. Me and the O-line had a talk on the sideline, and I didn't think going into that anybody was going to stop us, no matter who it was. So, I mean, I put my belief in those guys. They know I'm going to do my job back there behind them, and they made a beautiful hole. And so we had enough time on the clock to just burn it, and we won. They couldn't stop us in that 3 down front. I mean, honestly, we all felt disrespected with them in a 3 down front. Like, you can't come in here and put 5 guys in the box and expect to stop 6. I don't know, we took that a little disrespectful. And we rushed for, over 300 yards? Something around there, so it is what it is, huh?
Do you go into the game expecting to get that many carries, or just how?
I knew from last week, coming out of a Mountain West game and beating them by 40, I knew that Coach Arroyo and Coach Dillingham were going to put this one on my back if it needed to be on my back. These guys, these guys stepped up to the challenge all week, and they did a great job in practice all week. We repped and repped, both the 4 down and the 3 down front. So we were ready for both of them. But I mean, I'm always expecting to have it in my backpack, but it's not an every week thing, and this week it was. So I was excited to do that. I'm glad I was able to do that. I'm glad these guys trust me to be able to do that, and yeah, I love this game.
We got the mics now. If we can use this. Can you give this to Chris real quick?
Cam, two-part question. That was the most rushing yards you've had in a game. Was that your best game? And how much better do you feel now versus last year after all the work that you put in?
I feel amazing. I think today was fun. I mean, that's the most fun I've had in a football game in a long time. Until the end, we had our ups and downs there, but that was fun. You can ask these guys up front. I mean, bullying dudes, grown men that are 300 pounds, that's fun to us. That's fun to the front 5, the front 7, and a running back. The quarterback probably hates it. He probably likes watching. But, I mean, he didn't complain one time the whole game. That's why I love that kid right there. I sit there and tell him all game, give me the ball. Every play, give me the ball. If he has an option to throw it, give me the ball. He does his job. He blows me off and tells me to be quiet, and he gives it to me when he knows I need to have it. So, I mean, I had fun. I don't even really know what I'm answering at this point.
Do you feel a lot better than?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt. I mean, this was fun, like I said, and my body feels great, and we won the fucking football game. So, I'm happy.
Cam, from your perspective, what were you seeing on the handoffs whenever you were getting the looks for picking up first downs and yardage consistently?
I knew these dudes were big and heavy. We knew going in the game they weren't as physical as most other teams, but they're heavy. So when they hit you, it hurts. No matter how hard they're coming, 300 pounds hitting you at 10 miles an hour, or 16 miles an hour hurts the same. But, I mean, I just kept my feet moving. These guys behind me, if they see me up, they got behind me. I mean, he got a personal foul for giving extra effort after the play. Like,
what are we doing?
I mean, he sees his teammate up, and he's giving extra effort so they don't get me on the ground. That's him playing for me. I'm playing for him. I'm driving my feet, and we get a penalty for doing something good. So, man, it was awesome to see us push. I mean, I'm excited for next week. 5 more days.
Doug and then Mike.
Cam, Doug Franz Unplugged. I don't know if you've already looked, but how many rushes does it feel like you had?
I knew I had around 25 to 30. I'm not 100% sure what I had. I think the last time I looked up there, it was 21 when I looked up on the board. But I was upset at that point because we weren't moving the football. So I stopped looking up there, and it didn't really matter to me at that point. It was a 7-point game. I didn't really care. So
the answer is 33. And Sam, I don't care what fans and media think. How did you play? How do you think you played?
Yeah, first off, just want to give a shout out to our O-line and, Scat. They won us a game. So all props to
Have a
them.
good one, you guys.
All love for them. There's a lot of things I need to clean up. Need to get out of my head in the second half and get in a rhythm. Just throw the phone. Yeah, but I mean, overall, going to be a lot of things to clean up. But
Grab that. This one too? Or just yours? Oh, there we go.
that's about it.
All right, you guys have a good night. Go get some pizza.
CJ, on the scoop and score there, it seemed like it makes a hit. Everybody sees the ball comes out. Looks like even Mississippi State's kind of winding down. Did you not hear a whistle? And is what was going through your head with the probably easiest touchdown you've ever scored?
I mean, in practice, we set a standard on defense. Anytime the ball comes out, go pick it up. So I saw the ball, I just went and got it. It wasn't really too much. I just saw the ball, and I was close to the end zone, so I tried to stick inside the pylon. So I looked, stared at the refs. He called touchdown. I got happy.
Leif, what's it like blocking for Cam when he's in this kind of shape? He spoke about his physical transformation in the offseason, losing 10 to 12 pounds, getting a little bit quicker. What's it like blocking for someone like that?
Yeah, I think at the beginning of the season, I think the offensive line knew that we're going to run the ball. And especially with a back like Scat, who's very emotional, very passionate about what he does. So blocking for him gives us the advantage, honestly. All we got to do is just get in the way, and he'll do the rest. Especially in the short yardage, like he could run somebody over and get the first down. It makes our job that much easier. So blocking for him is just definitely a blessing, and definitely to have a back like that who's very passionate and emotional. I think you just better watch out and get out of his way.
Hey, Sam. So the offense, kind of beginning of the second half, kind of struggled, and Cam kind of mentioned that. Can you kind of go into what some of those struggles you guys were having for those, couple of drives?
Yeah, I mean, they came out and made a couple adjustments, brought a couple pressures, and played a couple new coverages behind it that I got to see. And, got to get the ball to my playmakers and make a couple more protection checks. And, so I just put it on me. But, just get back to work and excited for next week.
Blake in the very back.
Blake Neiman, Sun Devil Source. Leif, from your perspective, being a fellow member of the Leadership Council, how have you seen Cam step up in his leadership and, really his passion for ASU?
Yeah, I think he definitely stepped up in the offseason. He's had more of a voice than last year, and I think he really cares about the standard of the team. And he's very passionate about what he does, and as you guys can tell, he just wants to have the rock every play. But as passionate as he is, he's very much a great leader. Sometimes you got to tone him down a little bit when he gets over passionate. But at the same time, he's a very passionate dude, very emotional dude, and I feel like that's what we love to have in the backfield.
Sam, Jesse Morrison, Arizona Sports. Just on the deep throws, what do you think you've got to do to, connect on those a little bit better?
Yeah, just rep them in practice. I feel like we were super close to a couple of them. Should have had them. But, I don't think it's much more than that. A couple pregame jitters, and I just had a little bit too much juice. So I feel like we're going to come back and, start really connecting on those.
Hey, Sam, you're 2 weeks into the season, and there hasn't really been a clear deep ball connected so far. I mean, how do you feel when it comes to connecting on those deep balls? Do you feel any different than you did last year, for example, or anything like that?
I see it happen in practice, and, we're 2 weeks into the season, and we've had a couple opportunities that should have been hit, but, we see it every single day in practice, and we're just going to go rep it in routes on air and, throw it in practice in live situations and see it get connected. So I feel like they're going to start falling, and, I'm not worried about it.
Hey, y'all. Kelsey Hall, PHNX, also student athletes, so congratulations on the win. But I know that third quarter, fourth quarter, obviously is probably bugging you guys in your mind a little bit, where we kind of gave them the game, gave them a chance. They got a little louder, right? So what was your guys' flip in mindset to where you guys shut it down at the end?
I think that we came back to when we had that media timeout. I think the last drive before we took the game, we kind of brought the whole entire offense up, saying that this is the drive. This is it to put them away. This is to really ice the game. So I feel like coming out of that huddle, we felt like this is it, and this is really where we got to put the team on our back to really ice the game. So.
Yeah, for any of you guys, or Leif, you guys had some penalties there in the second half. Like you had one, Leif. What?
Questionable.
Okay. Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. So, but what do you guys think about just the discipline? Because the discipline was great in the first game and in the first half. Slipped a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I think we got a little comfortable. You know, we're up 20-something points, and, you know, just by human nature, people get comfortable a little bit. So I think that in that phase of the game, we got to continue to lock back in, especially, you know, after a really good first half. So I think it just goes back to being smart, tough to ball team, which is our standard. And it's about the little things, you know, and especially the intensity in practice, and we got to keep that up.